Hello all and welcome to another little day out in Stortford with a bit of a chariot hunt and visiting CEX. Now, main reason for picking this particular day, literally particular day, is last time I was in Stortford I noticed that the British Heart Foundation charity shop is reopening today. So obviously I'm going there with the intention of trying to get to the gaming stock first that they've perhaps accumulated over this lockdown period while they've been shut. So yeah, I want to get to that first. Now also visiting CEX like I also do, but sadly it is to return a game. Now at the weekend, in the video that I put out over the weekend, for the weekend, I picked up a copy of Crazy Taxi Fair Wars for the PSP. Sadly I'm going to have to return it. It's literally the first time I've ever had to return anything to this particular branch of CEX. Flipped it over when I got back, noticed that everything was in French. So I opened up the instruction books, noticed that everything in there was in French. So kind of wanted to return it for that, but I was going to try it out anyway. And the final nail in the coffin, if I can get it open, is if you look at the UMD there, massive little crack there at the side there. So yep, that's going to have to go back. So I will be going to CEX, but at the same time I will be getting something in exchange rather than taking any credit or potential refund they may offer me. I mean, I picked it up with credit, so I would imagine I would get credit back, but we're going to pick something up to the value of £4, so there will at least be a pickup from CEX if I don't find anything in the charity shops. I mean, I'll be hitting the usual charity shops anyway, you know, the one that I like, that, you know, hopefully they'll have something different. RSPCA was open last time, so hopefully in there. And then finally the British Heart Foundation, at least, because, you know, they finally reopened as well. But yep, hitting up as many charity shops as possible. So yes, I'll speak to you soon, but we'll be showing you some footage inside some of those stores. Sadly, nothing new, I'm afraid.
Only blue tacked on, the white bit's only blue tacked on. Yeah. Thank you.
Sale within a minute.
£1.99. Oh, so good. Right, I'm going to put this here.
Cheers. Okay, so done with the charity shops for the day. Yep, one that I normally go in, had nothing new, like I said in the video, but you've got to keep going in there because if it's a different day, you've always got to go in. You never know, never pass a charity shop if you've not been there for a while. Already learned that this week. So nothing new in there. Got into the British Heart Foundation, which was the first day they've opened since lockdown has been lifted a bit, and yeah, flick through the games. As you saw, there was a lot of FIFAs there, a lot of common titles there. Now they tend to be a little bit top heavy with their prices if the stuff is common or a FIFA. You know, most of their games are generally priced up at £2.99. Sometimes they're £1.99, sometimes they're £3.99, but sometimes something does slip through that is either a little underpriced or it's just a nice copy of a game for its value, complete with manual, you know, scratchless disc and all that. So left with no games from there. However, did leave with this little fella here, thought he was cool, had both the weapons with him, you know, which is something that toys secondhand don't generally have a lot of the time. Now it's probably only worth 20p or 50p or something, but price has fallen off. There it is. I paid £1.99 for him. I was happy to do that. I'm a Turtles fan at heart, or I am a Turtles fan, so I thought it'd be cool to go in my gaming area, if anything. Popped into the RSPCA, as I say, they reopened last week, and I found this little Harry Potter wallet. Now it's still sealed, new, got its original tag and everything, and that was only 50p. So I mean, resale value for Harry Potter stuff brand new like that is always going to be worth it for 50p. However, I do have one of two people in mind that I'm going to hopefully gift that to. And then finally, didn't film in there, but I went in the Salvation Army, 3 DVDs for £1, picked up Finding Nemo, which CEX sell for £2. Cars again, which I picked up a couple of days ago, so I've got 2 copies of that. They sell them for £3.50, and then a copy of Frozen, which they sell for £3. But what's really cool about that one is it's actually still sealed. So again, that'll have a little bit of resale value for us on eBay, and I hopefully can make a couple of quid to put forward to some more games. So yeah, no games, but now it's time to go to CEX, take back my PSP copy of Crazy Taxi Fair Wars, and swap it for a game or two. So yep. I will capture a little bit of footage inside and outside of CEX, and then I'll show you at the end of this video what I have grabbed from them in exchange. So having a nosy in the window of CEX before we go in to exchange my game. A few consoles in the window. There's a PS4 Pro there with The Last of Us 2 on top of it for £42. And then I go over here and have a look at the Xbox One that's been teasing me in the window for the last couple of weeks because it's Gears of War themed, and Gears of War is one of my favourite franchises of all time, as many of you may well know. So straight in, nipping around to the retro, and there's another game there that teases me because Street Fighter 2 is also one of my favourite franchises of all time as well, and you can't have enough Street Fighter games in your life if you ask me, and I like many different variants too. There's an original Xbox controller priced up at £18. Now I picked up a Duke not that long ago for £6, so yeah, it did quite well there, I think. So again, I thought I'd look in the inside cabinets at all the hardware as well. I haven't really done that in a previous video as much, and there's rather nice looking SNES there for £85, and the Mini at £90 as well, and that Mini is something I might be interested in the future as well, something that I would certainly save up CEX credit for rather than just buy outright out of my own money. So in a second, we're going to do what I normally do in here, and that is go straight around to the PS2 games straight away afterwards, after I've looked at the retro stuff, and straight down to the teas, because every time I'm in here, I'm looking for Tekken 4 and 5 on the black label, like I mentioned in a previous video, and yep, they've still not had one in stock. So still waiting for that. It'll turn up one day, and when it does, you'll probably see me capture it too. Okay, so we're done in Stortford for the day. We are done in CEX. So yeah, chucks a little bit of footage in there for you. Retro section, unusual failure in the T section, looking for Tekken 4 and 5 black labels. But I decided to pop in that charity shop which had no games for me at the beginning of the day and just go through all the DVDs, and I picked up all this lot here with the intention of selling most of it on eBay. And I plunked that a lot on the counter. He said how much, and the geezer said £2. So £2 for that lot is a little bit of steal, and I'm pretty sure I can make a few quid out of that lot on eBay. But as regards to games that I got in exchange for my cracked UMD on my Crazy Taxi Fair Wars was these two games here, £4 worth. So I picked up one game for £3 and then I had to find one for £1. So I saw Battlefield Bad Company here, and I had to get my phone out and check my list of games that I already owned, and of all the Battlefield games I owned 3, 4, Hardline and Bad Company 2, but not the first Bad Company. So looking for a quid game at the end, and picked up that nice clean copy with manual. And then the £3 game that I had in my hand while I was looking for the pound game was Bloodstone 007. Yep, complete in box with manual. Actually had to rebuy this because I picked it up over a year ago and then went to play it and it didn't work, and there was a mark on the disc which was obviously preventing it from playing. So it's good to have this back in the collection, and it's a game that I was very much looking forward to playing, even though I left it for a year. So I can finally play it, and I'll probably bump this up the backlog list to play real soon. So yep, for me £4 money that I got back in trade credit, I picked up them two games for the collection, and well worth nipping that charity shop to pick up that stack of DVDs for only £2 to resell on eBay. So yep, that's my day out in Stortford now done. Just leave me to say thank you very much indeed for watching, and of course, as always, please do take care.